Hi, welcome to another edition of Craig's Bold Prediction and Movie Review. This is for the weekend of January 8th through 10th. I'm going to review the actual numbers from this past weekend and talk about a few other things as well. And so let's go ahead and get right into the numbers. The first movie that was new from this past weekend was The Revenant. It went nationwide finally, and it came in at $39.8 million. Huge opening for this movie. Last night was the Golden Globes. It won for Best Drama. Leonardo DiCaprio won for Best Actor in a Drama, and also it got Best Director. So big awards last night. Going to help its dollars each and every day this week. Next weekend should be a huge opening as well. I had made a prediction of $31.2 million. I was real happy with that number last weekend, but however, a lot of experts had only put it at $20 million, so it made big numbers. One of my subscribers had actually made a guess of $40 million. Brian, you were right on that, so that was a great guess for, I'm sorry, $38 million. Great guess, you were right there on it, so congrats to you on that guess. Next is The Forest. That was the other new movie. I had made a prediction of 14.7, and it came in right at 12.7, so good guess on my part, just a little bit off. I was real happy with this. This movie won't have much legs after this. It will probably end up around maybe 22, 25 million total, but it will end up dying off quickly. Decent movie though. Still looks good. The ratings are coming in so-so, but overall it's probably a good movie to watch once or twice and then be done with it. Holdover movies. The first one is The Hateful Eight. Unfortunately, this movie did not have a good weekend. It came in at 6.4 million. It's dropping off quickly, unfortunately. Scores are really good on it still, getting 7 or 8s out of 10. Grades B plus. I'm not really seeing a lot of negative reviews on this movie still. Unfortunately, though, it's just not going to make the money that they probably anticipated that it would. It's probably going to finish up right around 50 million total. Quentin Tarantino movies are really great. And unfortunately, though, my prediction of 8.5 is what I predicted. It came in well short of that, and it was a little bit surprising how this movie did underperform this past weekend. Next was Daddy's Home. I had made a prediction of 16.5 million, and it came in right at 15. Great guess on my part. Real happy with that. This movie has just beaten the odds. Reviews aren't great. It's just one of those great funny movies that you watch once or twice and you're probably done with. But the trailers look funny when you did watch it, and it's a movie I'll probably pick up on DVD or Blu-ray, and I look forward to seeing that here soon. Alvin and Chipmunks was my next guess. I had guessed made a prediction of 7.2, and it came in at 5.7. This movie's continued to stay steady each and every week. Not too much of a drop off. You know, the Alvin Chipmunks series has always been great with kids. Some adults do like it. I've watched it with my kids some. They're not bad. So it's had a decent run, and it'll probably do very well once it comes out on video as well. Next movie was Joy. I had made a prediction of 5.7, and it came in at 4.5. Decent guess. I was a little bit off, but it wasn't bad at all. This movie may see a little bit of stamina here. Stay close to that same number this next weekend. Jennifer Lawrence did pick up the Best Actress for Comedy or Musical for this movie, and it will be probably an Oscar contender as well. And so we'll see how it ends up doing. Concussion was my next guess, next prediction, and it came in. I had guessed made a prediction of 4.3, and it came in right at 3 million. So this movie is dying off quickly. It probably won't do anything else until the Oscar nominations do come out, and we'll see where it falls. But it probably will get some more money made later on, probably in mid-February, late February possibly, if it does stick around that long, just based on what the Oscar results will be. Our next movie is Point Break. I'm so glad this movie's almost done. Had roughly almost a 70% drop, and it came in at 2.2 million. And I knew my guess of 3.5 was too high last weekend when I said it, and I probably should have lowered it, but I didn't. So I was way off on that, percentage-wise anyways. I was only off a little over $1 million, but when we're talking percentage-wise, that's almost 33%. So That's okay though. I'm just glad this movie's going to be out of here soon, and I don't have to make another guess on it. So, last but not least is Star Wars: The Force Awakens. It actually dropped a little bit more than what I had thought it would, just based on numbers and what it's been doing week after week. The Revenant must have taken away some of their business. It came in at right at 42.3 million, so it still had a great weekend. Fourth weekend that it was #1. So that's great for it. The Revenant just came in just below it. One of my viewers, Griffin, had made a guess of 40 million, so he was very close on that. So congrats to him for his prediction on that. And the other thing is Star Wars actually crossed the 800 million U.S. domestic gross. First movie in history to ever do that. This is for non-inflation numbers, obviously, but what a great movie and what great results it has done. And it's still going. So we will soon see in the next month or two when it finally finishes where it does end up, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. And that moves us on to our bold prediction. Have two numbers out there right now. The first is where Star Wars will finish. I had made a bold prediction of 915 million, and right now Star Wars is sitting at 812,700,000, and so it's close. About 100 million away. Still feeling good about this number. We'll see what this next weekend brings. But overall, I think it's going to be close. And then the other bold prediction number I have now is the China box office for Star Wars Force Awakens. And it premiered this past weekend, and it made 53 million for just Saturday and Sunday only. My bold prediction is 295 million. We'll see how it does. Don't know much about the China box office, but I thought I would give a prediction for Star Wars because there's so many unknowns about this market. They've never had Star Wars over there before, and just kind of give you a rough idea of how it may or may not perform. Jurassic World, it debuted with 100 million in its opening weekend, and it finished at 228 million. And Furious 7 actually debuted with 182 million, and it finished at 390. So just kind of give you a rough idea that if it kind of falls in line with those numbers, it may come up short, but it's hard to tell because China is getting so excited about sci-fi movies from the U.S., and we'll have to just wait and see what ends up happening with Star Wars. I'm sure word of mouth is spreading at how great it is. So, next part of the show here is Beat the Expert, and I knew it was going to be a tough week. Unfortunately, two of my normal people that I have follow did not put numbers up this past weekend, so I'm really hoping that maybe they're just on vacation, those kind of things, and maybe February I can start adding them back in as well. So I kind of grabbed a couple other websites to see, and also there's a couple that have been posting each and every week. So I finished second this week, so I was a little bit, but at the same time, hey, I'm right there above most experts. I'm really happy with that, with my results. Fifth place this week was Movie Pilot. Fourth was Pro Box Office. Third was Showbuzz Daily. Second was myself. And then first was Box Office Profits. So congratulations to them. However, overall though, I'm still #1. So I'm real happy with that. I have an accuracy rate of 78.5%. So I'm giving you numbers you can count on. And I'm looking forward to making predictions each and every week. So second's Box Office Profits. And they're just a couple percentage points behind me. So that's it for today's show. Please like, subscribe. Hey, share this video. If you have any comments, you want to make, put those below. If you have any other websites that I can compare my numbers to, list those as well. I really appreciate you checking in, and we'll be back later on this week. Take care.